So we're getting ready to go out and rescue the truck I bought sight unseen. Kind of feel like it might have been a dumb thing to do, but at the same time, that would be cool roadkill style adventure to go get it. So we're filling an air tank, getting the grease monkey.
Yeah, you gotta have the grease monkey ready for roadkill fucking rescues. You know?
Yeah. So we're gonna go out and get this thing. The story is, a friend of mine called me yesterday, said, "Hey man, my truck, I hate it. I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna call a scrap guy, come pick it up. Do you want it? I'll give it to you for scrap value." I said, "I'll give you $350. He said, "Sure, come get it." From what I understand, it's running, 4x4 works, tires are shot, battery's fucked, and we're gonna have to boost it to drive it back. But it's still insured and plated, and he'll leave it on there until we bring it back. So we're gonna go get this thing, and hopefully we can drive it back. But I figure a K1500 HD for $350, even if I only steal parts off of it from one of my other trucks, not a bad deal. But so let's go do this stuff. So here's the truck. So the flat tire, the box in the back. I was told everything on or in the truck comes with it. I see why now. There's a bit of a story to this truck. It was used by a previous employee of the owner's. He doesn't use it for his business anymore, and the other guy used it. And now I understand why he didn't want to deal with it. When Buddy quit, he filled it with diapers. That's fucking disgusting. But I think I'm still getting my money's worth out of it. No, it's a good thing it's minus like 10 today, because the diapers are all frozen and not stinky. But I mean, I get everything that comes in it. Came with 3001 inverter, sealant, all kinds of various bits and pieces. But it's got a lift kit in it, which will fit my Avalanche. It's got plow mounts, which I use. It comes with plow controls, which will fit my plows. It's got LED lights all over it. Tires are bald. It's got a flat tire and a bad shock, clearly. But all in all, it's not too bad. It's rough, but it runs, supposedly. That's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna try to fire it up, make it run, see if she'll move and drive, see if we can get her going. So she's hooked up for the boost. I'm gonna see if she starts here. Give her a spin.
Yeah. Let's see if she will.
See if she boosts.
Oh, my fingers, I can't feel my fingers. Am I on the key? Okay, I'm on the key. No, nothing yet.
We'll leave her for a minute, see if she goes. So it's up, it's running, we boosted it. The problem we're having now though, is if you disconnect the booster cables, it dies. Turn the light on. Yeah, watch the headlights when I disconnect the booster cables. And then it dies. It'll die in about a minute. So I guess the alternator's shot. So we came semi-prepared for that. Yeah, so we're semi-prepared for that. We have to put air and stuff in it. Buddy's got a shop here. We're gonna pull it in, put air in all the tires, check the oil and stuff before we head out. So we'll leave it charging off my truck while we do that. And then we have a booster pack and a spare battery. We're gonna rig them up somehow. We're gonna rig them up to the truck here to keep it running for the drive home. So we'll update you as we go through this. So this is where we're at. I'm not sure how I feel about the situation, but it's what we got. So alternator is toast indefinitely. The new one's $200, which is 2/3 of what I paid for the truck. So that's not happening. We just want to get back to the shop so we can strip parts and shit. We brought a battery, but it's a top post. This is a front mount. One of those stupid things. So what we did was we stuck the top post in there, used the booster cables to connect it to the leads to the battery terminals, and there's lots of zip ties used and everything's wound up. Hopefully it goes. We're not going far, just across town. We have 2 booster packs. We got 2 booster packs, an extra battery, so hopefully we're good to get across town here. The only shitty part is it's like -5 and snowing a little bit, and we got bald tires and no heat. I'm so glad I'm driving the 2016 behind me, I'll tell you that. Alright, here we go. Pulling out. Finally got her rigged to a point we can get moving. We're not going too far. 10 kilometers. Oh, for any Americans watching, by the way, we're Canadian here, so the $350 I spent is more like 50 freedom bucks, you know? Actually, it's probably like 50 cents American, more than likely, but I'm gonna take her down the highway here, fastest way to the shop. I'll update as we go. Just flying down the highway here, doing about 120, so what is that, 75 miles an hour? Seems to be holding up, doing alright, so far so good. About halfway back. She's just zipping along. No issues so far, hopefully she makes it the rest of the way. Sounds good. Fuck, every time he bats it, the thing just reels away from me. So, hopefully we make it the rest of the way. Just getting off the highway here. So far so good. Seems we doing alright. Had to retie some stuff with some zip ties though. And I'll say this. I forgot my zip tie life t-shirt. And we're using all these zip ties. I feel like a dummy. You know? But what are you gonna do, right? Either way, we're having a great time. Well, she seems to be doing okay so far. I'm guessing she's dying because we're pulling over here. My guess. No, never mind. He's just fucking with me. On the floor, be a dink.
You want to pull it in and go over it?
We're back. Yeah, came back. To pull over once there. Turned out he was just full of shit. Took off on me though.
First try.
Just screwing around. Yeah, everything seems to be working. Quick math in my head though, to put this thing on the road legally from the drive back here, it's gonna need a bunch of front end work on this side. Like, I can't hear it shaking it, but my brakes are at least gonna have to be turned. It's got 2, I'd say it's both upper and lower ball joints are gone. You should hear it. Oh man, it's bad. It needs a windshield. Probably about $1,000 to $1,500 in parts alone to put this thing on the road. Once you get it inspected and all that bullshit that we have here in Ontario. So, I don't think it's going back on the road. I think it's gonna end up being a mud truck, living its life on the back of a trailer, going from mud pit to mud pit. Just gonna pull it in here and strip some of the good shit off of it, but yeah, 350 bucks. I can at least strip a whole bunch of good parts off of it. And it's got a bunch of stuff I need for my, I have an Avalanche. It has the same front suspension in it, and this thing has a lift kit in the front, like a leveling kit, so I'm going to steal that out of it. LED lights all over it. There's all kinds of parts on this truck that I can get my money back out of it for. Oh, hell, even after I take all those parts, maybe I'll throw it up and see if I can get selling it out. But, yeah, it stands right now. I got a nice little toy here. Little mud truck. Squeaky, yeah, see what I mean? Front end is just shot. Oh man, that's a good ball joint squeak. Oh, keep doing that. Yeah, the ball joints are mint in this truck. If you have a listen, you can just totally tell. And see the jerkiness of the wheel as it goes, see the little jerk in it? That's how you know your tire rods and your ball joints are mint, and this was an awesome truck to take it 130 down the highway. So for your bike.
I'm not going to hit it. We're good.